Hey, this is Scott again. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're continuing on with S102. Hopefully you were with me last time for S101, where we just created a experimental design for a two-factor fully factorial design, and now we're going to analyze and play with the results of that design. So it probably makes sense. If you didn't, you need to look at that design. Otherwise, I'll try to fill you in. So we created this 6-experimental design. I'm estimating a chemistry yield, and so I have time and temperature in degrees, and I'm providing a yield. And in fact, I didn't show you last time. I went ahead and input the yield so I wouldn't take time up with this time to do it. But I input these. This is my Y. This is my dependent variable, my chemical yield. So I have two center points that I added. Otherwise, I'm basically doing a square design here, orthogonal design. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into the same platform that we were in last time. So let me show you under statistics. If you go industrial statistics under DOE, and we're in this standard design box Hunter and Hunter, and I'll click on OK. And then last time we developed it with this tab, Design Experiment, and you can create all different sorts of designs. This time we're going to go into Analyze Design here, and we're going to select our variables. And so our dependent variable will be that yield, and then our independent factors will be time and degrees, the temperature. All right, and I only have one block, so I'm not going to add any blocking variable for this. I'll click OK. That takes me into the analysis platform, where you can see I've got all of these different tabs that I can, do things with. We're just going to play with a couple of tabs here, and at the header, I can see, my design that I've selected and what I have output. So if I go into analyzing the design, I can go on the design tab itself. Let's see, where is my design tab? And then from here, what I can do is display design in observed means. And if I do that, this is what I get right here. And so this shows that I only have one count up for this particular combination of temperature and degrees. And then for my centers, I created two runs for that. And then it gives me the average across all of those as well, all of the different descriptive statistics and everything. So let's see. The next thing I want to do is I want to go into, let me go into Model, and then I'll select No Interaction here. Obviously the thing you want to do is you want to create the simplest model that you can, and then add complexity as you move along. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out with a very simple model of no interaction, and get the results there. So if I click on Summary here, then let me just go ahead and slide. Oops. Let me just go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and minimize this, and then we can look at these results. So here is the effect itself. Again, these effects are based upon coded effects, so -1, +1, and then here are the actual, if you want in terms of uncoded effects, the regression coefficients similar. Of course, we have the main effect is significant, which it always is. Then we look at the individual time in degrees, and neither one of these p-values is even close to being significant. So that's the very simple model, and then I can look up here at the very top. If you can see it, the R-square for the overall model is 0.3102. And then from there, I can go in and I can add and play around with the various models and see. So maybe there's some interaction that would contribute to my model. So let me pick a two-way interaction and click the summary there. And then if I do that, I can see that my R-squared jumped up to 66%, but I still have no significant effects. Neither a main effect or an interaction effect is significant. And so I can look at that as well. The other thing that I could do is maybe I should add some curvature to the model. So right here in the same one, I'm going to select curvature, and then I will look at the coefficients there, and really what I need to do to see the results of that is to go to, I've got this curvature checked. Now I'm going to go to ANOVA effect and look at the ANOVA table for that. My R-square is jumped up to 1 here, and I can look at the MS, the effect estimates, the regression coefficients, etc. Which is highly significant here. So I can play with those different models. Let me show you a couple of other things that I might want to do real quick. One, I might want to check for interaction. Let me go back. I'm going to uncheck this box here, back to my original model, and then I want to create an interaction plot. If you've seen that, of course, I can tell that I have none. But let's suppose that you want to see what that looks like, and I'm trying to figure out where. I'm trying to remember where what compute marginal means. Is it a means plot? Hopefully this will work. Yeah, okay. And then there's my means plot. And again, it's not significant, but it does look like there is some minor interaction, but that's where you would find that within the platform. The other thing that I could do is click on this square plot of predicted means and cross that. You can imagine I might have multiple factors that I'm looking at one point. So this is a way to look at the independent variables in relationship to the output. Again, here is 150 temperature with 80 time, and then you can see the Y value, and then the high time with the low degrees, 140, and then the Y value as well. And then these are the confidence limits for this combination of inputs. So you can do that. And then also, by the way, there's a 3D version of this as well. If you have 3 plots, you can actually develop a cube within Statistica. And then the last thing that we might want to do is a Pareto chart, if I can remember where. That is the Pareto chart's back on this on the quick tab, so you can look at the interaction being the most significant value and the effect that it has. And then, I mean, there's other things that you can do as well. You can do contour charts of here's time and temperature. If 3D, you can do surface charts. You can do all kinds of residual plots. So anyway, there's several things that you can play with. But I'll end this, and we'll pick it up again. We'll do a design 3x3 design, I believe, in the next video. Hope to see you there.